Hey everyone, Brett here. How y'all doing? So question today, what's something simple that you've done recently that's changed the way in which you felt? Shared yesterday exercise, and that's one simple thing. But there's been a lot for me this year. We're only a couple of weeks into the new year, just over a few weeks into the new year, and I've put together little simple things that have really helped me not just feel good, but progress and build and optimize in a way. So the exercise, we're only not even 2 weeks into exercise. From the start, it was tough because I hadn't exercised for 4 or 5 months. It was hard. I was out of breath, body was tired, sore, for a few days. Then felt really good. Then upped the workload, so it got harder again. But still, I'm starting to feel better. Doing constant and consistent videos on here. I haven't been trying to edit. I haven't been trying to work out all the technical side of things just yet. That'll be something else that I add later on down the track. But since I did a 30-day challenge, so I promised myself for 30 days that I'd just come on and share something on YouTube. And that's continued from there because I want to continue to do it, to continue to grow, to continue the momentum, and just continue to be able to learn this skill. Then I'll add little added extras to that. I've been doing stretching and yoga as well. Been playing with my kids. Oh man, out here in nature, just playing with my kids and just connecting to nature. I got the kangaroos coming in the evening, sitting out there last night before. Nearly every evening me and the kids go out there and we just sit there. Kangaroos are coming in now, and they weren't hanging around before. They were off. They wouldn't come near the house. Now they're coming in, the whole families of them, and that's a really simple thing, just sitting out there and just watching them. Feeding the chooks. We're going up and feeding the chooks, and they're giving us eggs and we're feeding them, and we're building a relationship there. Simple things, but just little consistent things for me have been what's really made me feel good in a way that I know I'm progressing. Sometimes I used to always feel that where I need to be is so far from where I am, and so there'd be that gap and that overwhelm nearly of how do I get to here. And obviously there's little steps. We don't just exercise one day and then we don't have to exercise again. But in saying that, in a week, the noticeable difference in me, like my posture, my energy, my state, the way in which I feel is so much different, so vital, so it's absolutely amazing. Meditation, I meditate every morning. May miss a morning very rarely here and there. That's where I get my mindset. In the morning, I come out, I sit down before the kids get up. Otherwise, if Bobby's up, I've got Bobby jumping on me. A little guy, he's only 3, so meditation's a little bit different then. But it's another one. Been cooking, like a lot. Simple little things like yesterday I was actually starting to feel a bit flat, and then I started preparing the dinner. And tomatoes from out of the garden, putting a bit of love into the food, and because I'm sharing it with all the kids, and it took me an hour to get all the dinner ready, but I started to get into it. And the simple little things I picked me up. My energy started to rise because all of a sudden I'm not focused there anymore. I'm focused on preparing this beautiful meal for us all to enjoy. And so there's a lot of things that change the way in which you feel. And I think it's a lot of the time, or I feel a lot of the time, that it's when I'm focused not just solely on myself, but on something else. Even when I'm exercising, like I'm not just focusing on myself. Like when I'm doing the extra push-ups or doing that, I'm thinking how this can benefit others, how me being in a better space is going to make a difference for others. And that's fuel for me. That's more fuel. If I'm just focused solely on myself, there's not a great deal of energy a lot of the time. But when I'm focused on a bit of a mission, a bit of something more, and now I'm here on here sharing a bit more, that's another thing. So yeah, there's a lot of things that, simple things, simple like things that make me feel a lot better. Just spending moments with my kids, like these beautiful moments that, Robin's sitting on my lap and we're looking at the kangaroos and she's talking to them, and like communicating with them like you and I would communicate, and it's just beautiful to see that and to witness that. And Bobby, he's 3, he's just a bundle of joy, or emotion anyway, but just so pure. And so those like simple things of just witnessing that, watching these kids, like the other day we're in the movies and I didn't even watch a SpongeBob movie, I think, and I didn't even watch any of the movie. I was there and I'm like, probably looked like some old creep or something in the movies, because I'm just watching my kids and just admiring the kids. I really just like how into it they were. But I'm looking at Bobby and just Robin next to me, the boys over here, and just really in admiration for these beautiful little people. And yeah, it's just simple things, Anyway, that's enough for me for today. Much love.